All right, let's go ahead and get to my guest of the evening, representing that unity over envy, coming from Texas, goes by the name of
Yes,
FTP
sir.
Savvy. He's with me right now. What's good, man?
Nothing much. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I literally just got home from a music festival. So my apologies for the late start, and I guess you didn't, that we have a time difference. Obviously, I live in Eastern time. You're in Central, in
Yes, sir.
Texas. So I just
Yes,
wanted to
sir.
make sure we was on the same page time wise, because people could get
Yeah.
that a bit confused sometimes. But I'm glad that you are here on for tonight, and I know you got a lot to say. So let's dive
Yes.
in. Uh, how did you get into hip hop, man?
Um. I would like to say it's like a lot of mishaps happened in my life, and really just didn't. I got abandoned as a child and stuff like that, so it's hard for me to even have people to talk to. So I kind of just started out doing poetry and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And I think I was 21 when I started that. And I did that for about 2 years, just writing poetry and stuff. My cousin had this bright idea one day. He was like, "Let's just He's like, I want to try to learn to make beats. So we started getting all the necessary equipment, started a home studio, and just took off from there. And that was back in 2019. So I've only been doing it for a few years now.
cool, cool. So you from Texas? Um,
Yes, sir.
so where in Texas are you from?
Originally from, I was born in Lubbock, Texas, but I grew up in Slayton, Texas. It's a small town on the outskirts of Lubbock, kind of probably population of 4,000 people. Well, pretty small town, but that's where I'm originally from. I came down here, of course, to come to a treatment facility down here because I was on and off of meth for 10 years, from 15 all the way up to 25. And I've been clean for a year and 2 months now. So thanks to that, big ups to Radar and AR and my team, really, UOE. They really just keep me on my P's and Q's and stuff like that. And just let they, you know what I'm saying? Like everything that I'm doing right now, like it's because I'm putting the work in, but like they're keeping my mind right and stuff like that, and just they always give me great advice, especially Radar. He gives me some great advice. He's been like the person that I kind of just like got up underneath whenever I got here and stuff. Kind of took me under his wing and stuff, and like so I'm really the baby of the group of UOE. As I'm going to bring that up right now because that's something we're about to start right now. It debuts on the 29th of this month at the Hollows here in Abilene, Texas. Anybody wants to go out and catch a lot of, well, we're gonna have a couple guys open up for us, stuff like that. But there's a lot of local talent out there, and I feel like people need to see, or that they, if they don't need to, I mean, that they should want to see because we're really stacked out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
But
So I've had a talk with Radar Theory about a week or two ago. So that he introduced me to this group, Unity Over Envy. Got me talk a little bit about how the group came to be. It's a plenty of artists on the group representing that the Abilene, Texas area, surrounding areas. Y'all definitely gathered together and started
yes,
forming
sir.
this group. So from your side of things, you pointed out that you are the youngest member of the group. So
Yes,
with everything that's going on with this group being put together and working on music, working on shows, things like that, how has it been for you being part of this group with just all locally artists, AR, Radar, and Plet Bob, and everybody. What's it been like for you, just being part of this group?
um, to me, I think it's right now, like this is like one of the best experiences I've ever had. Like because I like to think of it as like I remember playing football in school, and just having that feeling to have a team and just knowing that you're moving as a unit. Like I feel that right now with as far as our group goes in the music and stuff. And like what I really like about it is that we're not all the same style. You know what I mean? We're all different, but we can all make something happen on the same song. You know what I mean? And that's what's so that's what I love about music because you get different genres and different styles, and then you might even have somebody that just pops out and just has his own style and just makes a style. You know what I mean? So it's just like just being able to work with people like that, and it just keeps me versatile and stuff like that too. And radar's really on me about my craft right now. Like, it's not bad. You know what I mean? I'm just really wording. I like to put extra words in there, and so I'm really focusing on not putting so many words and stuff. It's little things that I'm trying to tweak out and stuff like that. But um, just being able to be around these guys and just watch them and the way they maneuver and move and stuff like that. I learned a lot from all these guys without them even having to say too much to me and stuff. So it's a really good feeling just being a part of this team and being a topic of discussion because when I got here, nobody knew who I was and stuff like that. But I go home now to my hometown, and people tell me all the time I changed their life and stuff like that. Like I said, my style of music isn't for everybody. It's really like people that are in addiction still. You know what I mean? Because I'm trying to change people's lives with the music I make by speaking on what I speak on. You know what I mean? And like people in our group though, none of us are just out here talking about the stuff you hear on the radio today. Everybody's lyrical. Everybody has a story they're telling, and it's all different points of views from you know what I'm saying, from all possible. It's like kind of like the same story but different point of views of the story. You know what I mean? So it's pretty dope being able to be a part of all this too. And like I said, everybody's not in this group from Abilene. There's a lot of dope artists out here in Abilene though, but everybody's not a part of this group because we just have like we need to find the right pieces and stuff, and this is what we came up with. And so far, it's working out pretty good, and everything's running smoothly. And that's all I can really ask for. Like I said,
Yeah, absolutely. Like when you are in a group, a hip hop group specifically, you definitely want to have everyone being on the same page. Just make sure everybody has that same mindset, same goals.
oh yeah,
But at the same time, you want all these artists to bring something different lyrically, different
yeah,
approach, different feels, just different, vibes per se. Have their own personality show out and just go with the flow, pretty much.
yeah,
So for the hip hop fans in Abilene, Texas, UOE will be at the Hallows on Friday, July 29th. It's going to be at the Hollows. It's from
yeah.
8 p.m. I think that's the start time, or might be the bar opening. But either way, just get there and be a part of this. And if you're an artist, you want a platform, you want to get yourself heard, you want to at least get the performance feel out there. This is the place to be. The Hip Hop Lounge, UOE, will be there. All the members going to be there. It's going to be a talent. It's going to be a good night supporting local hip hop. Abilene,
Yes, sir.
Texas has a lot going for them musically and especially on the hip hop side. I can attest to that because of my good friend AR Green. Shout out to him who relocated back to Texas, and now he's doing this group thing with you fellas. So we got love for the AR here in Kentucky. We got love for that brother. So shout out
Yeah.
to him. So how are you feeling, man, about this show, this
I'm,
hip hop lounge coming up, and UOE getting to perform together? How you feeling about this upcoming performance for the group?
I think it's very. This is the first time we're going out as a group, so it's gonna be different. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of shows, been put on a lot of shows, but this one's gonna be probably. I know for a fact it's gonna be my, as far as the vibes and the feel of it and stuff, and just being out there with, because we're even taking it, we're doing stuff we never done before solo. Like when we go perform solo, we don't go rehearse and do these rehearsals and try to make sure we know other people's songs and stuff like that. That's what we're doing right now, and that's just gonna make our sound a whole lot better and stuff. So like we're doing all the footwork that we need to do to make sure that they're gonna come and get what they came for. You know what I mean? So it's not like nobody's half stepping or nothing like that. It's just like you said, we just got to make sure we're all on the same page. And even if we're gonna we even discussed this too. Like even if we have a disagreement or something like that, we even we're just gonna be grown men about to talk about it. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're trying to do. Unity over envy. Like it really just speaks for itself. Because like we say, it's a bunch of room at the table. Everybody, it's enough room for everybody to eat, but like we're just not. You got to be willing to put in the work to get your plate. You know what I mean? Like basically, like you got to move the same way as everybody else. Nobody's gonna hand it to you. That's what I had to learn. You know what I mean? Since I've been here, you know. So this is really, I don't know. It's really mind blowing too. Because like I said, when I came here, I was an addict and while I was in my addiction when I got here, I was 120 pounds. You know what I mean? Up for weeks and stuff like that, and I didn't expect to come up here and this to happen. So like, I just feel like everything happens for a reason, and you run into people for a reason, and it shows why I ran into Radar and J Raw, AR, and Big Rob. I just met those two guys, but just for meeting them the first time, they're pretty good people and stuff. So like, just being able to work with these guys, like I said, it's a big honor. Just being in the topic of discussion with some guys and stuff like that. Just knowing I'm not necessarily just as I haven't been in the game as long as them, you know what I mean? So I know it's a lot I can learn. It's a lot that I don't know, because if I come in here and I just think that I know it all and stuff like that, it can get really bad from there as far as just the people I'm around and stuff like that, because nobody wants to be around somebody that thinks they already know everything, you know what I mean? So like, it's always room for improvement. That's what we're trying to work on right now as a unit and stuff, and just improve as a team. We're just gonna try to see how this goes and run with it. We're all in 115%. So if you come in if you come in 100%, like to us, that's not good enough. You know what I'm saying? You got to give a little extra, and that's how you always supposed to move though.
Yeah.
So I'm really ready for this show though. Like I said, we have some great songs that we're gonna play and stuff that we have not released yet and stuff like that. So it's gonna be it's not just gonna be us debuting our group and stuff. It's gonna be some new songs that are being performed for the first time. So we'll try to stay show for that reason too, just because a lot of unreleased music that's got to be played that night. So yeah, that's all I really got right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So shout out to all the members of Unity over Envy. Shout out to BSQ, J Raw, Big Wild 325, AR Green, FTP Savvy, and Radar Theory. Those are all the 5 members of the group. They're going to be at the Hollows by the end of July 29th, 8 p.m. So it's going to be featuring plenty of local talent, and UOE will be performing together for the first time ever. So you always want to have that bragging rights that I got to see UOE in person for the first time. So that is your chance to do that at the Hollows on July 29th. So go check them out. Oh, and by the way, UOE does have a Facebook uh, group page. Look them up under
Yes, sir.
UOE, Unity Over Envy, and invite yourself in the group. You can
Yeah,
join the group, and they'll take care of you. Yeah.
and stuff like that too. So like every day, all of us are making it a point to get on there and just as many as we can send that our finger allows us to send. We're just gonna click that button, and whoever gets one, you don't gotta accept it, but just try to tap in and stay tuned, because like it's gonna be a lot of great things coming. I want to kind of just throw some things out there that have just been released and stuff by a couple of guys and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure I know you heard Elephant in the Room. If y'all haven't heard that by Radar Theory and the Wild Card, that's a short banger right there.
Yeah.
That y'all must not see but must hear. You know what I mean? AR Green just dropped his Alter Ego too.
Yeah.
So y'all can check that out with AR Green. I also just dropped a single called "Save Me." It's on all platforms. And J Raw, he got a couple of new songs too. "Can't Talk Right Now," "Backstabbers." If y'all want to look him up and check him out and give those a couple of spins and stuff like that, that'll be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely. So check out the artists, check out their own material, solo material. the group material is on the way. It's coming. You actually gonna get a
Yes.
first glimpse of the new music from UOE for the first time on the 29th at the Hollows. So go check them out and show your support. Save Me. It's the latest single from FTP Savvy. FTP stands for the people. So you
Free,
know,
free.
yeah, free the people. So go check that out and support all of these artists on their solo projects and support the group projects as well. The summer's looking pretty good, man, for you guys, and I'm definitely looking forward to hearing the group material. Shout out to AR, shout out to everybody in the group, shout out to Abilene, Texas, with such a an incredible hip hop scene there. And I look forward to interviewing more other artists in the coming weeks and months. So it's dope, man. It's a good times. You know, Texas
Yes, sir.
has a history of hip hop. It definitely has. I guess it dates way back to Scarface and the Ghetto Boys,
Oh, yes,
then
sir.
UGK, and then Houston took off. You know, with Chameleon there, Mike Jones, Paul
Yeah.
Wall. The funny thing is, I
Sir.
was I was listening to Paul Wall on my way back home. I was listening to that People's
Yeah.
Champ album. Just taking a trip down memory lane. Every time I hit that Sitting Sideways joint, cruising, I wish I had one of those cars they had in the videos. So, that's the 2000s were a good time. Good time. That was
Yeah.
big time for Texas
Yes,
especially.
I think I was about 4 years old in
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so let me ask you this, FTP. You you as an individual, obviously, who inspired
Yes, sir.
you as an MC, as an artist? It could be local, it could be mainstream. Who's some of the artists as an
Mm,
employer? Who convinced got you
um,
into this game per se?
name a few that aren't mainstream or that are just local, not even local from here, but local in my hometown, Slayton, Texas. Salute to Slayton, Texas. And the people I'm about to name off, my cousin Squaquito Pac-Man Jones. That's what we call him. He
Yeah,
really just he's one of the he really stayed on me about it. You know what I mean? They need to put this. It really started off with hooks. They used to call me the Hook King and stuff like that, and I just got real good at words and stuff. And he just made sure I was always making music with him and stuff. And kind of went from there. And then I ran into his name's OG Young, and he's real young. He's younger than me. He's probably like 19 years old. But just seeing younger people and doing something like, and he spit hard. You know what I mean? Like I like to see that type of stuff. Like, and mainly like underground rappers, like Houston rappers. Cash Out Ace. I like his music and stuff. Just seeing people that are not mainstream yet, that catches my eye. Just lets me know, gives me that sense of hope. Like, you know what I'm saying? Gives me faith and stuff like that, and lets me know that I can do that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like what, for not even that far away from Houston, from here in Abilene. So like, it's like nothing's impossible. They just let you know nothing's impossible. So it's really a lot of small people. But if I have to go mainstream, just because of my style, I'm gonna have to say I liked Mo3, and that's probably like I feel like that was probably one of the he was the best rapper out of Dallas to me, and so that was plays the biggest inspiration on me right there, just because I like to kind of harmonize in my music and then be able to change it to back just flowing regularly. You know what I mean? And he's probably one of the best at that to me. So
yeah, absolutely, man. So just a lot of talented artists in Texas doing their thing. So this and big things come in Texas. Y'all known for doing big things in that state. So shout out to the Lone Star State doing incredible things, obviously. And I'm very, very excited to see what y'all have in store. So, props to y'all. UOE, Unity Over
yes, sir.
Envy, name of the group. Look out for the 29th of July at the Hollows Hip Hop Lounge. It's an all local hip hop show. So many
Yeah.
talented artists on there, and UOE will be performing together for the first time ever. And new music together. You might hear some of their solo joints in between sets. You never know. So just go and check them out, man. I see that you are on Facebook. Look up FTP Savvy. That's Savvy with two V's. You got any other
Yes,
social media links out there that people need to check you out on?
I also got, well, I have a music video with Radar. It's called the song's called Pessimistic, featuring Radar Theory. I got another song out there, another music video is called Infatuated. It's me, a couple, well, my best friend, 22 years, he's on there with me, and his little cousin, the one I was talking about, OG Young. He's in Houston now, but the 19-year-old. It's us three on there, so that's like probably one of my best songs. It's one of my first songs, but took off kind of, got a lot of views on that video. So if y'all don't mind, just oh yeah, By My Lonely. By My Lonely is out on all platforms too. Um, FTP Savvy, By My Lonely, and FTP Savvy are my most two recent tracks right there. And but other than that, it's gonna be like kind of like a surprise from here on out because we got a lot of new music that's about to take off on 29th as well. So like I said, if you just be there and y'all won't miss out.
Yeah, you heard it from the man himself. Just be there and see for yourself. You definitely will be entertained when it's all said and done. FTP Savvy is on the show. It's great having you on. Thank you so much for your time. I wasn't even gonna plan on doing the show, but then some plans changed, and I said, you know what, I'm
Yes,
gonna
sir.
do a show anyway. It was just a matter of who was going to join me on a short notice, and your
Yes, sir.
AR Green came through for me.
Yes,
He's been coming through in the clutch for me with
yes, my
some
bad.
last minute guests.
He
So
came through. He
yeah, so
through
shout
like
out, yeah,
about just about just doing it at that point, like because there's opportunities out there, man. It's just about are you willing to take them, or are you just gonna take advantage of them? So like that's all it boils down to.
yeah, absolutely, man. So thank you, FTP Savvy, for being on the show
So
tonight. Appreciate you. Look forward to hearing more of your solo material. I look forward to hearing the
yes,
rest
sir.
of the group, and I look forward to more good things for you fellas in the coming months. And appreciate you. Continue. Much success goes out to you and the group. Thanks again for your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
All right, you have a good night.
But you too.
All right, bye.